trying to make this quick for you guys because I know I'm running long on this video. Whoop! Sorry guys, don't hate me. These are the anoles. As you can see, the little psychos running around right there. Maybe. I know it's probably hard to see. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see them or not. I hope so. So they're little anoles. These guys are pretty cool. I got 3 of them in here. They are going to move into where Jeremiah and Tito the turtle are. Once I redo that cage, these guys and the dwarf clawed frog are going to be moving in to that nice big enclosure. And funny enough, that will be good enough for them for a while, and probably actually for life. But we do not stop there on this channel. They will probably, when we get set up with the reptile house, which, by the way, guys, will be happening soon. I will definitely keep you guys up to date with that. I will definitely do videos of the process and the building. But yeah, that'll be happening soon. Soon. I promise. But they will probably be definitely getting a big cage. Now, these guys eat crickets. They also eat mealworms, but today's not mealworm day. Normally Thursdays, since I feed Mondays and Thursdays. Thursdays are usually heavy food days because that's the 3-day break between the two. And since it's only 2 days till I feed them again, they only get crickets today. I try to make sure there's enough crickets for all of them to go around. Get off the tongs, you dumb bug. But yeah. Alright, moving on to the next critter. Now, I will eventually do a video, guys, of snake feeding. I will, I promise. Because, like, right here, you probably can't see her, she's hiding, is Persephone, my 3rd ball python. All my snakes get fed on Mondays, but, like, she eats frozen thawed. You know, actually, I might just go ahead and give it to her with you guys on the video. Some of you are probably screaming at me because you know that I'm about to do something stupid, but, for right now, she is getting fed in her tank. I plan on changing this because, like, Calypso and Alani get fed in separate totes because I don't like them being food aggressive. And I'm going to do that with these 2 here now because her and Sophia are very food aggressive. And I want that to change. That way if I open their cage, it's not always, oh, food, so they don't always attack. As you'll see her in a minute come out here and get this mouse because she's kind of a nut. Are you going to come out? Hello? Come on. Come on. Come on. And also, guys, so she's albino, so she's almost blind. Most animals that are albino have absolutely horrid eyesight. This is another reason why I want to switch her to a tote here soon to feed, because she's an absolute terrible shot when it comes to grabbing her food. She's bitten me a couple times, and it almost got me a couple more times worse. She's a nut job. Are you being camera shy today? Huh? Maybe if I'm a little bit quiet. Don't be camera shy. Come on. Stop moving it, maybe. You didn't eat last week. You were shedding. Come on. I know you want it. You're about to bite it. Come on. Not my hand. Don't even look at my hand. There we go. Good girl. Get that mouse. There we go. See? She gets that mouse. And now we move on to the next one I was telling you about that I'm going to switch to box feeding here soon. This is Sophia. She's another psycho. She's still a good girl, though. I can take her out, pet her, love on her, but getting her out is the problem. because sometimes she thinks that she's always getting fed, so she tries to bite. So normally what I do, especially like today maintenance wise, because as you can see she's coming up to my hand, that's not good. This is why I'm going to switch her to box feeding as well here soon. But she always thinks she's getting food. So every time I open that cage, she comes up thinking she's about to get food, to the point where now I have to do this. As you can see, there she goes. But yeah, no, she's a nut, just like Persephone is. They're nuts. Here soon I'm going to switch them over to box feeding. Honestly, guys, feeding them in a separate tote from their enclosure is some of the best practices to do, because like I was saying, they love to bite and strike if they think they're getting food. And luckily all the snakes' waters, by the way, if you're wondering why isn't she filling up their waters are good. Don't worry, they're good. As you can see, they're good. They're all clean, nice and clean and full. But yeah, no, it's a good practice to feed snakes in a separate tote, so that way you don't get bit. Because it's always important to not get bit. Because we don't like getting bit. Even though I just got bit by Jeremiah. I know, it's funny. Laugh it up. And we move on. So here we have, as you can see, box turtles. Everyone loves box turtles. Box turtles are amazing. We have the crew from The Big Bang Theory here. Sheldon, Raj, and then Leonard and Howard are in the house. Yes, my wife had a hand in helping me name them. We love that show. If you don't love it, I'm not going to judge you, but you should give it a shot. It's a good show. So I give them some water. As you saw, I have given them greens and veggies with calcium on it. All my turtles and tortoises get greens and veggies with water, or not water, calcium on them when it's food days. So they get calcium. Man, these dumb spiders. Something you guys gotta learn down here about Missouri. You get these dumb cellar spiders that always seem to get everywhere. Anyway, so as I was saying, twice a week they get calcium and vitamin powder. And then once a week, during the summers they're outdoors, so during the summer they get all the greenage and bugs that they can eat, but they love their wormies, especially Sheldon here. He loves worms. There he goes. Nom nom nom. Oh, here comes Howard out of the house. Hey Raj, no fighting. Hey, here's a worm. You turd. Quit fighting over worms. There you go. Hey, I got yours right here. Unfortunately, they're little characters. Anyone who has box turtles will tell you this. They are funny little turtles. Very personable, too. Now, a lot of these guys came to me from people who found them and rescued them. I don't know if you guys can see very well, but right here on Raj, he was actually shot by a bullet. He has a big chunk out of his shell. Whereas Sheldon on here has damage on the front of his shell from a dog, actually. So some of these guys were brought to me. But in this case, guys, like, with these guys, don't ever take turtles and tortoises from the wild. Don't ever think you're doing something good for them. If they look healthy and happy, just leave them be. Because they normally are. Just leave them alone. Let them do their thing. Normally they'll be happier if you just leave them be. Look, dude, there's a worm right here for you. Num num nums. Come on. But as you can see, they all have different personalities. I love box turtles. These guys, when the reptile house is actually up, they're going to get free roam of the entire reptile house. Obviously excluding near the dangerous animals, like the eventual caiman and crocodiles that we are going to get, because I do not want them near something that dangerous. But the fact remains, they will get free roam of that house. They're going to get free roam, big just space to be box turtles. And eventually, I would love to get some Asian box turtles. If you guys have ever seen some Asian box turtles, they are super funny, super awesome turtles too. But we'll do a video on these guys. By the way, guys, any animal you see in today's video, if you want to see more of it, let me know. I mean, eventually we plan on doing animal video or species videos on all of our animals here in the reptile room and eventual reptile house. Quit fighting over your worms. But we do eventually will do videos on all of them. I promise, guys. I really do. So if you see an animal that you really like and you're like, I want to see more bearded dragon, frogs, turtles, just let me know. We'll do it. Okay? We will. I promise. Next up, we're going to do our water dragons. They're all out and about today. Getting ready for the feed on. Being nuts. These guys are awesome. They're comical characters, though. They love their roaches. Again, with them, I usually give them roaches. They've gotten a little too big for crickets. They don't really care for crickets no more. And it's just one of the dilemmas. If you guys are going to keep reptiles, do research, like I said, on your reptile. Because like these guys, when I got these as a kid, I thought they'd be able to be raised on crickets their whole life. And that's not necessarily true, because, like I said, they've now gotten to the size where they don't care for crickets, because they've just gotten too big to the point where crickets don't get big enough to interest them no more. So it's really funny, actually. But yeah, crickets don't interest them no more. So I have to upgrade to roaches. Okay, there you go. You can have his. I'll get another one for the big guy, for Amari. So, also guys, these guys are really good to tell you the sexual dimorphism in reptiles. Unfortunately, you cannot tell when they are babies, because they all look exactly the same. But something you'll learn is the females stay small, and they don't have a crest or anything. Whereas the males, like after about a year, start developing a bigger crest, and they get a lot bigger, and they get these handsome jowls. Oh, Mara, you got some handsome jowls. Oh, yeah. I love these guys. But, yeah, no. Yep, no, that's them. They're good. And now we're going to move on to my least favorite animal in the reptile room to deal with. You know him. I hate him, but he's still my friend, even though he hates me. Oh, let me grab my water real fast, guys. Oh, hold up. I gotta get some more water, so you guys gotta go on an adventure with me. Anyway, what I'm saying, guys, is, like I said before, there's an animal in this video that you absolutely like, and you say have one, and you want to know more about it. Drop me a message. We'll see if we can't get a Tegu talk video about it. By the way, I saw how much of you guys are actually liking that video. Thank you for that. Always remember, hit like and subscribe if you're digging the channel. It's always immensely appreciated. I would love to be able to call this as my income or my living. That would be fun, be really cool. But it's not like pressing for me. I just enjoy doing this. I don't care if I earn anything of it. So, we're gonna go to this guy. This is Stumpy. As you can see, by the way, he's getting ready to act towards my finger. He doesn't like people. Stumpy hates people. He's a very unfriendly gecko. He doesn't like people. He never has. I honestly just leave him alone and I let him do his own thing because it's Stumpy, and would I love it if I could just, you know, hold him, love him, squeeze him, call him George? Hey. Yes, I would absolutely love, you calm down there, sir, to have a giant day gecko, and now he's hiding. I would love to have a giant day gecko, guys, that I could call like friendly, and I could love on and squeeze and call George, you know, the whole 9 yards. but I don't. And honestly, geckos, it's very rare, and it's very hard work to get a gecko to the point where it likes being held, it's comfortable being held. Oh, hang on, we got an emergency. He flipped himself over. That's why I'm here. You pooped all over yourself. That happened. Apparently, Paca, or no, that's too. Poor little Cusco over. There you go, Cusco. Have some greens. There you go. That's why I'm always here. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. See, that's what's important, guys. You have animals. Always pay attention to your animals, man. You never know what's going to happen. Little psychos. Hey, get off my finger, worm. Hi, Bellatrix. My cat's here, too. I climb up the ladder to get to this guy. Anyway, guys. I keep getting distracted. You know, that's just what I do. Like I was saying. And don't worry, guys. Like I said earlier in the video, if you're concerned, he's not missing his animals. I miss them every morning. I miss them every evening. On feeding days, I miss them in the morning before I take my kiddos to school, and then I come back and feed on feeding days. So yeah, don't worry about it. Anyway, yeah, so he's not friendly. I wish I had a friendly day gecko. It would be amazing, but not gonna happen. Because, like I said, he hates me. I don't know why. I love him. I love him to death, and he's really beautiful. And if you've ever seen a giant day gecko, they are absolutely gorgeous geckos. They just really don't like people. They are the fish of the reptile world. Fun to set up, fun to watch, not so good to pet and love on. Alright, let's see if I can find this guy. Oh, yep, there he is. So here, he's hiding there. I don't know if you guys can see him very well. But this guy, he's going to get a new cage here soon too. And I'm actually going to do a video on that. Because I know a lot of you are like, you've said a lot that you're going to do videos showing us the cage building. Yes, I know. Don't worry, I will. That is, so this guy, I'm going to do a video on him, cage building. He hides during the day. He's nocturnal. It's an Asian greenback frog. Or as they call it over where he's naturally from in Asia, just green frog. Because that's what they call him. He's a green frog. But he's going to get a brand new cage. I'm going to do a huge bioactive setup. It's going to look like a rice paddy, because these guys are normally found a lot in the rice paddies in their native range. So he's got to go there. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Here, where are you hiding, little guy? Ah, there you are. So these guys, some of my all-time favorite frogs. These are a pinnacle animal for me because these are the animals that helped me fall in love with reptiles and amphibians, along with the anole lizards. And of course I'm talking about green tree frogs. Oh, I love them. There's two in here, and they're separated from my bigger ones because of, not because they were getting bullied or anything. These guys I wanted to separate so I can get them properly beefed up a little bit, because the other three are big. And these guys were really small, and I wanted to get them beefed up and get them some extra food so they can get a little bit bigger. Because, again, a lot with like the mountain horn lizard I was telling you guys about, they, the big ones were being food aggressive towards these guys. And since these guys were smaller, they were getting bullied out of the food more readily. And unfortunately, they... if I hadn't stepped in, they probably honestly would have starved. But now, as you can see with that one up there, he's doing great. He's chunky. He's getting chunky, which is awesome. Okay, their water's good. They're good. Oh, make sure that's closed. By the way, guys, these are awesome little cages. If you ever get to like a Petco or Pet Supplies, they're the little Exoterra clear box cages. I don't recommend them as a permanent solution. Don't ever just get them and think, oh, my animal can live in this forever. But for small, like frogs, insects and stuff, they are an amazing, like, quarantine cage. That's why I used them for. My green trees and all the tree frogs I have that have quarantined in this have done amazing. And this way, you know, they get used to me. They get used to noises. I can see them more readily, and I can be like, oh, look, that one needs more food. So I put them back in here. They also will get more used to wanting to be hand-fed, which is awesome. So I recommend those. They're Exoterra, I believe. What? Uh-oh, I bumped over a light. Ow, hot. Now we're going to move on. Don't worry, guys, the video's almost over. Chippo, my friend. This is Chippo. He's a skink. He's not a rescue. He is actually a three-legged skink. I don't know if you can see it very well, but right there, he's missing his leg. It's a stump. But he would never guessed it because he gets around so well, and he loves roaches. There he goes. He's going to run off. He's going to eat it. Because that is what Chippo does. Chippo's a hoot, guys. He's a funny little skink, honestly. Here's my other horn dragon. This is the one, as you can see, it's a little bit thin. I didn't like how thin she was. So I separated her from Smaug, the big one, who's doing great. He's fat, happy. Not really fat. I try not to make my animals overweight, guys. I know some of them look a little chunky. Raylan's a little chunky, but that is a tegu for you. Tegus are chunky lizards. Anyway, all the dirt and stuff you put in your food bowl out, you goof. So I try not to make them too fat, guys. Don't think, oh, he makes his animals fat. I try not to. I really am trying to make sure they have good diets, they look healthy, they stay healthy, they have good lives, you know, all the fine jazzy things. But yeah, no, she, again, like the green trees that are up above that I had to separate, she was getting bullied, not like abused, but he was stealing all the food, so she wouldn't get any of the food. And luckily now that I'm doing this, she's been able to get food, and she's actually gaining weight. Because at first, for the first like couple weeks, she actually, you could see her hip bones completely, like really bad. There was no meat on those hip bones. It was all just skin. You could see the hips very bad. And her tail was very thin too, which is a good sign that a lizard is not getting enough food. If you could see their bones very clearly, and their tail, especially the base where it connects to their butt, if that is very thin and very just malnourished looking, that's a good sign that the lizard's not getting enough food, it's not getting enough health, and it's just doing really bad. So you need to get it separated, get off, and get some food in there for it. I always give her a little bit extra. Like I said, I give Smaug like 5 or 6 crickets. I give her like 8, and then I gave her a pair of roaches because, like I said, I'm trying to put some weight on her so she can get all big and healthy. And look who's back for his next roach already. He usually gets 3 roaches once a week, and then on the second feed day he gets a cricket or 2 or a worm. But he's hysterical, guys. Skinks are funny. Again, another animal, it's not a big, hold me, pet me, love me animal, because he doesn't like to be held, he doesn't like to be petted. But he is super fun to watch. As you see, he's such a character. And don't worry, his water bowl is clean. If you've seen it and go, his water bowl is super dirty. It's clean. The problem is algae grew in it, guys. I cleaned the algae out and it stained the stone brown or green. Why am I acting like I'm colorblind? Stained it green. Now we're good. Move on. Yep. Oh, I need my water. There it is. Now these guys are more of my gecko enclosures. Why are there so many dead beetles? Oh, it's not dead. It's alive. Hey, it's a mealworm beetle. So, mealworm beetle. As you guys can see here, I have a mealworm farm going on. It does pretty good. Lots of beetles. I recommend it if you want to save yourself some money on bugs and worms. So these, like I was saying, these enclosures, you're probably not going to see these guys hardly ever, unless I do like a nocturnal video or a nighttime video in the reptile room or reptile house. So these are geckos that are nocturnal. They come out at night. That's why I really don't have a lot of special light bulbs on them. I just have the one light, and they have a heat mat because nocturnal geckos really don't need that special light. This is actually a banded gecko in here. It's a Central American banded gecko. So, my boys named him Gecky. If you're a fan of the Disney show Bluey, you know where that name comes from. My boys are big fans. Heck, I'm lying. My whole family's big fans of Bluey. It's a great show. If you haven't watched it, it is an amazing children's show for kids. Great show. Lots of good lessons. Lots of good family lessons. Anyway, I need to stop. I'm not advertising for them. So my kids named him Gecky for that reason. Yeah, Central American gecko. He's, again, not the friendliest lizard. And a lot of people are probably saying, yeah, if you handled them more and interacted with them more, yes, I know, they would eventually come around. But here's the thing. I'm not trying to force them to be my friend. I don't want them to be unhappy. I don't want to stress them out too much. I just want them to live happy, have a good life, enjoy their little homes. Oh, and another thing, guys, he only eats worms. He won't touch crickets. I put crickets in here, and either I have to take them out because he never eats them, or they just die. He does not eat crickets. But yeah, no, guys, I let my animals just live their life. Let them be happy, let them live their life, and just do what they do. I don't try to force them to do anything they don't want to do. This guy. This is a fanfoot gecko. Again, another nocturnal. This guy is really cool, but he's not mean. He's incredibly skittish, though. Like, you will never see this lizard. I rarely get to see this lizard, because he's always hiding. Whoops, I'm putting you down below the... Oopsies. Yeah, no, he's always hiding, guys, so I rarely ever get to see this lizard. When I do see him, he looks very happy and healthy, but I rarely ever get to see this lizard. He's very skittish, again, highly nocturnal, doesn't come out except for at night. And this is a fanfoot gecko. They are from the Mediterranean area, so another kind of desert dweller. Well, I said Mediterranean area. That part of the world, I'll have to look into it, because someone's going to correct me and be like, no, actually, they're from this. Yes, off the top of my head, I'm thinking Mediterranean area, but I'm probably wrong. Don't shoot the messenger. Well, don't shoot the guy. You know, just, I'm thinking off the top of my head. I think. Stupid beetles. I want to say he's from either the Mediterranean or Africa region. Somewhere in there. You know, my luck is he's probably from the Middle East. The point is, guys, I know a lot of geckos, and sometimes I get them mixed up. I don't own a ton of geckos. I own 4. So, I mean, I don't own a lot of geckos. Like I said, geckos aren't necessarily my favorite. I know I'm going to get yelled at for this. People are going to be like, geckos are amazing. I'm not saying they're not. They are just happen to not be my favorite lizard to keep. Because, A, geckos are incredibly fragile. Like, too much stress, even like, say, not even touching, just like, say if I was moving the cage way too much and was moving it around a lot, too much stress, they'll drop their tail. And they can die or drop limbs or something from just too much stress. They're incredibly easy to get stressed out. A lot of them, like, luckily this guy, he dropped his tail when I first got him, which sucked so much. I felt so bad because I was getting him out of the carrier, and as I was getting him out, I wasn't even trying to be hurting or anything. He dropped his tail, and it's just now growing back to where it's nice and it's starting to look like an actual tail again. But geckos are incredibly fragile, guys. I honestly, not my favorite lizard. They are just so fragile, and they make me so nervous because I'm always afraid of hurting them. But yeah. And next up, one of the last of the tour. And don't worry, guys, I'm not going to show Raylan and Sheila in this video because I just did a video on them. And not to mention, they're the mascots. They're gonna get showed a lot on this channel because, let's face it, everybody loves the Raylan and the Sheila. They're a beautiful pair of lizards. They're a good couple. But anyway, let's go talk about this guy. This is Malik. He is a red-headed agama. Another one that I got, frogs. I don't know if you guys can hear them very well. Sorry about the sound quality. I am working on trying to find a mic for my camera. It's not working out very well so far. So I am trying to find a mic to help fix that. So I apologize for that. But I don't know if you guys can hear him, like I said, but there's one of the little gray tree frogs is talking to me right now, because apparently he is annoyed by me. Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes, Malik. He's a red-headed agama. Very cool lizard, guys. I will have to do a full video on these guys. They're really cool. You could probably, if you work hard enough with him, you could probably get to where he would love to be held and handled. I'm going to try to start working on him with that. Now that I, am doing this full time, I'm going to try to do that on a lot of these guys. Getting, probably not the geckos, because the geckos hate me. But these guys, I'm going to try to do it more. Because like right now, he is so skittish and he freaks out when I'm in the cage or anywhere near him. Yeah, super cool lizard though, guys. Red-headed agamas are really cool. The agama species in general is really cool. Like these guys, filling up his water here, these guys are communal lizards. You can actually have a grouping of, say, one dominant male and a grouping of small females and maybe a couple subordinate males. They can actually stay in a relatively smaller cage for their whole life, because, I mean, he's about full grown, guys. That's about as big as he's going to get. So, I mean, like I said, I'll do a full video on these guys. They're super cool. I really recommend them as a pet. They're really awesome pets. But yeah, no. That is the Malik. And I got to fix this water bowl. It's got a beetle swimming in it. Stupid bud. There we go. But yeah. Alright guys, on to the last one. I promise, last one. Last creature of the video. Whoop. Make it myth as I go. One of the last ones anyway. This guy I only feed at night, because normally he's nocturnal as well. And just doing a quick spot clean. I have to come in here, and he's been shedding, so I'm going to have to come in here and vacuum it out. That water looks good. So if you guys are wondering what this guy is, he's actually one of my all-time favorite lizards. This is Mahoon's house, and Mahoon is a monkey-tail skink. I don't know if you guys can see him right there. He's moving, he sees it, he's awake right now. I might have actually woken him up. But he's a monkey-tail skink. Again, we'll do another good video on him too, because these guys, I love monkey-tail skinks. They are so cool, and they are such a fascinating lizard. His cage is going to get redone here soon. I'm going to decorate it, and I will show you guys that video. We'll do that as a big decorating video too as well. But yeah, no guys, I know, long video. I hope you don't mind. So yeah, drop some comments on an animal that you like to hear. Maybe if you drop a comment, we'll do a Tegu Talk video on it. So we'll try to get more conversations going, more care instructions. There's got to be some building videos coming out, because like I said, McKenna's house is getting built. Mahoon's house is going to get redone. A lot of houses are going to be redone here soon, guys, so we're going to be doing a lot of building videos. I hope that doesn't deter you from watching my channel. But anyway, guys, y'all have a good one. As always, have a great day. Have a wonderful week. I hope everything works out in your favor. If not, I'm sorry, and I will support you in spirit. But anyway, have a good one, guys. Remember to drop a thumbs up, a like if you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'm trying to do more videos, so hopefully it'll be a better channel for you. More information on you for reptiles, amphibians, eventually some birds. We're going to get some chickens here soon. Maybe some more exotic birds in the future. But yeah, guys, you all have a good one. I'll see you later. Bye.